Shanti. Yesterday was a very special day. We were all ready to meet Avyakt Bap Dada. And I'm sure all of you did get some experience of meeting Avyakt Bap Dada. We were all invoking Bap Dada. And Dadi Gulzar came day before yesterday, especially for that. Before I tell about yesterday, I would like to share Dadi Gulzar's health. As all of you know, that Shiv Baba came in the body of Brahma Baba in 1936-37 until 18th of January 1969. Shiv Baba spoke the Murli through Brahma Baba. So we can say 36 to 69, that is 33 years. Shiv Baba spoke, God spoke versions through Brahma Baba for 33 years. And then from 69 onwards, Bap Dada, Shiv Baba and Brahma Dada, both in the combined form, have been speaking the Murli, Avyakt Murli, through Gulzar Dadi. And we can say from 69, if we count 2017, how many years is it? 69 to 2017. So 48 years. Much more than the years Shiv Baba spoke through the body of Brahma Baba. So it is 48 years. And we can see that how before, when Bap Dada used to come in Gulzar Dadi's body, Dadi used to go into trance, meet Bap Dada in the subtle regions, and whatever Dadi ji had to convey to Bap Dada, she used to tell Gulzar Dadi beforehand that tell this to Bap Dada. And then, of course, she would go to the subtle regions and there she would tell everything, whatever, as a messenger, she came from physical world to the angelic world. She told Bap Dada everything. And then Baba would send her into a state of sleep, like a sleep state. And Bap Dada would come, of course the soul would be in the body, the soul wouldn't leave. But then this was how she used to go into trance. And then how Bap Dada takes the body of Gulzar Dadi and speaks. So right from 21st of January 1969, this has been happening. When Brahma Baba left the body, everyone had one thought. Now what? Now what? How will we get our Murlis? How will we get God's versions? How will we meet God? Because when Shiv Baba would come in the body of Brahma, we would meet Baba. And we used to feel, the change coming on Brahma Baba's face when Shiv Baba would enter his body. In 1936-37, when Shiv Baba started his work, he gave visions through Brahma Baba. Many saw Krishna through Brahma. Many would go into trance. And Brahma Baba used to read the Gita. That was in 1936. He was a staunch follower of the Gita. And that was, without fail, every morning he would read the Gita. And then when Shiv Baba took his body, or adopted his body, we can say, made him his medium, Shiv Baba would enter in the body, and Brahma Baba did not know. And Baba would think that I have to read the Gita. And he would open the book to read the Gita, and Shiv Baba would come and start speaking. And Brahma Baba used to wonder, who is speaking? Who is speaking through this mouth? I'm not speaking, it's not my intellect working. Who is speaking? But then of course, he realized it is some power. And people used to think that's some power, but it's God speaking. Even people didn't realize, even Brahma Baba didn't understand. Until trance messengers, they would bring the message that Shiv Baba is speaking through your body. And then Brahma Baba realized that God has taken this medium and is speaking through this body. And then we know the Sakar Murlis, that how sometimes Shiv Baba speaks, sometimes Brahma Baba speaks. Sometimes it is first person. Shiv Baba speaking directly, I am the Father of all souls. I have come to liberate you. I have come to take you home. Remember me and your sins will be absolved. So these were direct versions. And then even Brahma Baba speaks, remember Shiv Baba. Shiv Baba is the purifier. Now this is Brahma Baba saying about Shiv Baba. So some versions are direct versions, Shiv Baba speaking. And some versions are indirect, means Brahma Baba talking about Shiv Baba. Brahma Baba also in the Murlis speaks about his own efforts. And then we can see how it's like a Shiv Baba speaking, Brahma Baba speaking, but we can differentiate whose versions these are. Because like second person, third person, if Brahma Baba is speaking. But then at the beginning we used to feel, especially when Baba would come in the hall, in the history hall, that's where all the Murlis have been spoken, because the meditation hall in Pandav Bhavan was built only after Brahma Baba became Avyakt in 1974. Till then it was just the history hall. And we do not have many Murlis, because Baba used to speak every day. Sometimes if the Baba was sick or he came to Mumbai, he was in hospital, there was a few operations too. But even then Shiv Baba would write. Brahma Baba's hands would work so fast, because Shiv Baba would write. And then those papers would be sent to Ishudadi, and how the Murlis would be printed accordingly. But then Baba used to say that, children, you don't need to keep so many papers, because Baba comes and speaks the Murli, and this is available or useful only now at the confluence age. In golden age, there will not be any need of this Gyan. So Baba would say, don't keep so many papers, no need. So children used to think, we don't need, how much can we store all these papers. And before, the Murlis were not like today, printed like that. They used to be written on a stencil sheet it was called. Before that, it used to be written with carbon papers. 4 carbon papers underneath, and then four like carbon copies. And because writing used to be very hard, and there only no typewriters, nothing. But later on, the stencil came, and then we used to have a stencil machine. And we used to put that stencil, and then we used to get some copies. And then, of course, a typewriter came. And gradually, how it progressed. But then, Baba would speak every day. Even in Karachi, Baba would speak the Murlis. But now to bring all that here was not possible. So Baba said, okay, leave all that underneath, dig in the ground, and then put everything in that. Maybe one day in Copper Age, everything will come out. Huh? So that was the suggestion. Anyway, they brought something, they left something behind because they couldn't carry so many things. Anyway, but then in Mount Abu, of course, Baba used to speak Murli every day, and we didn't store much. Sometimes Baba would speak, but then there was no typewriter at that time. So Ishu Dadi she prepared her own shorthand. All these Murlis which we have today, they were written by Ishu Dadi in her own shorthand. And then Baba would speak and she would write. Of course, speaking speed is much, it's more than the writing speed, but then she had her own shorthand. And then how Raju Bhai used to, he learned Sindhi because the Ishu Dadi knew only Sindhi language. So he learned Sindhi and then used to type from those papers. And that's how the Murlis came. And then afterwards, of course, the Murlis went on and on. But then how we used to feel the difference. When Baba would come into the hall, and the children would be sitting, like Baba says at the beginning of the Murli. Children were sitting in Shiv Baba's remembrance. They were invoking Shiv Baba. So how Shiv Baba came in the body of Brahma Baba and spoke the Murli. But then both would speak. It's like two voices coming from the same microphone. And the beauty of those Murlis are that Brahma Baba was also a very good listener. And therefore we always say that Brahma Baba never missed a single Murli. How could Brahma Baba miss any Murli? Because Shiv Baba would speak and Brahma Baba's ears would hear first. My ears hear first what I'm speaking. No? Before it comes to you, I listen first. So Brahma Baba was a very good student. But he used to do his own churnings also. He used to wake up at 2 o'clock in the morning and churn. That's why Dadi Janki often says that one day I went very early in Baba's room and I saw Baba sitting on his bed, and I asked Baba, Baba, what are you doing so early? Baba said, I'm preparing halwa for my children. Halwa, garam garam, Baba would say halwa, preparing halwa, the sweet dish which we get in bhog sometimes. So Baba used to churn a lot. And Baba would say that this one has to make these efforts. Shiv Baba doesn't have to make any efforts. But Brahma Baba has to make efforts to make knowledge easier for the children. And then this went on. And so at the beginning we used to feel, because after Baba would finish the Murli, he would come out and he would be like us, very simple, ordinary. And we used to feel our father, Brahma Baba, great-great-grandfather, like we used to hug Baba, embrace Baba, come very close to Baba. Baba was old, so someone would catch his hand, like we catch Dadi Janki's hand, Now, of course, there are so many people. But before, Dadi used to walk, and then we used to go near Dadi and say, Dadi, can I hold your hand? So that's the same thing we used to do with Brahma Baba. And then how gradually we noticed that the difference disappeared. Shiv Baba coming in the body of Brahma Baba. So Brahma Baba when Shiv Baba would not be there and when Shiv Baba would be there, the difference disappeared. Before the difference could be felt, that now Shiv Baba is in the body because very powerful vibrations, very powerful drishti and powerful voice, and Baba would speak in such a way as if Baba is speaking to hundreds. But how many could sit in the history hall? Sometimes there would be no groups because groups would come to Pandav Bhavan, Madhuban only in summertime. Winters were very severe. So hardly anybody came. Even Baba would not be in Madhuban. Baba would be traveling. He used to mostly go to Mumbai, spend 3 months in Mumbai, December, January, February. And I was one of the fortunate ones because I'm from Mumbai. So from 1960 onwards, Baba used to come nearly every year to Mumbai and I used to listen to the Murlis. I used to go to school, first come to the class, listen to the Murli and then go to school in my school uniform. That was when I was just 12 years old. So since then I have been listening to the Murlis directly also, especially December, January, February in Mumbai. And then I used to come to Madhuban too. So Baba would speak the Murli every day, but during winter, Baba would come to Mumbai and not be in Mount Abu. And then rainy season was also very severe. August used to be called disgust, the month of disgust, because so much rain, everything wet. Humidity was over 100%, everything wet. And therefore also Baba, it was not good for Baba's health. So Mount Abu at that time was quite different. And many would ask Baba, Shiv Baba, Brahma Baba, Baba, why are we here? Mount Abu is a remote place, all aboriginals around, not very civilized people, originally at that time. Just the villages and nothing grows here, The seasons are also very severe. Baba, why this? Why are we here? And then Shiv Baba would say, children, one day the whole world will come here. One day the whole world will come here. And this is what we are seeing today. The whole world has come here. And then when Baba used to speak the Murli, Shiv Baba would speak, we could feel as if he's speaking to hundreds. But in the history hall, not many souls, not many groups also would come because we didn't have many buildings. And when we used to ask Baba, you spoke as if you are speaking to so many. Baba would say, it's not only these children I'm speaking to, but many, many more children are going to come. They are going to come. And Baba is seeing them also and speaking the Murli. As Baba says in the Avyakt Murlis too, that I see one gathering and then another gathering of those who are not physically present, but they are watching Baba. But Brahma Baba used to say another gathering of those who are yet to come. So Brahma Baba also was Trikaldarshi in a way, but of course Shiv Baba would also speak in this way. And Brahma Baba was a very good listener. But the difference could be felt. And I remember from 1967 also, Brahma Baba came to Mount Abu, came to Mumbai. I remember that. And but in 1968, Baba was to come to Mumbai in December. And before leaving Mount Abu, Pandav Bhavan, Madhuban, Baba had a trance messenger who would go into trance, take Baba's message in the subtle regions, and Baba would tell that sister, go to Bap Dada in the subtle regions, because the sisters used to see Avyakt Bap Dada in the subtle regions anyway. And Brahma Baba knew that I have my angelic form in the subtle regions. It was Gulzar Dadi, the first soul, who revealed this to Brahma Baba, that your angelic form is in the subtle regions. You will become perfect and attain that angelic form. So Brahma Baba used to have that intoxication, I'm going to become an angel, I'm going to become an angel. So there was one sister Dadi, Santri Dadi. She was Baba's trans-messenger. Anything Baba wanted to ask Avyak Bap Dada, Baba would tell that sister, go to Baba, take this message, ask Baba, and then come back. And Baba used to tell her, go soon, come soon. You know this go soon, come soon, from where it has started? Baba used to tell her, go soon. Go quickly. Don't take time to go to subtle regions. And Baba would give her drishti. And within 5 seconds, she was off. And then within a minute, she would come back. So therefore, we used to call her go soon, come soon Dadi. Because go soon to Baba, come back soon from the subtle regions with the message. And so in 1968, Baba told Dadi, Sankti Dadi, that Brahma Baba has to go to Mumbai, take leave from Dadi, from Bap Dada. So go to Bap Dada, tell Bap Dada that Baba is going to Mumbai. But when she went to subtle regions, she could not see Avyak Bap Dada. She could not see anywhere. Avyakt regions, angelic region, all white, silvery white. But she couldn't see anyone. She looked around, otherwise whenever she would go, she would see Bap Dada in front of her. But that day she didn't. She looked around, she waited, but Baba didn't come. And then she came back and told Baba, Brahma Baba, that I could not meet Bap Dada. How could I convey the message that you are going to Mumbai? And Brahma Baba knew that Shiv Baba does not want me to leave Madhuban now. And the luggage was gone already to the railway station. Everything was packed. All others who were to travel with Baba, they already left. And just 1 or 2 with Baba were to leave. And Baba's small luggage was already on the taxi. We didn't have our own cars. We used to get a taxi. Everything was packed, ready to leave. And she had just went to Baba to give the message that Baba is going to Mumbai. And Brahma Baba said, Shiv Baba does not want me to go, and therefore I'm not going to go. Well, for Baba it was so easy, not going to go, okay, the luggage coming back, everybody came back. But we were in Mumbai at that time. And we used to take an apartment on rent for Baba for 3 months, where Baba would stay and give classes, give murli. And we were surprised, what happened? Why Baba didn't come? And we got the message that Shiv Baba has not given any permission for Brahma Baba to travel. So that was it. That was the end. And then we saw how in 1968, actually, Brahma Baba became very different, very angelic, as if he was so detached, that Shiv Baba and Brahma Baba were not felt different at all. We couldn't feel whether Shiv Baba is in the body or not in the body, because Brahma Baba had become like that, angelic. Even if somebody would speak to Baba, Baba would be listening and still not listening, Baba would be seeing and not seeing. We could feel that. We hardly spoke much to Baba at that time. Before we used to talk, sometimes even laugh, many things. Because we took it in a very light way. But then in the year 1968, things became different. But nobody expected that Brahma Baba would leave the body like that. Because Baba was quite strong, everything was okay. And then 6 months before Baba left the body, Baba's murlis also became a little different. Baba used to say, you have to become tower of peace, you have to become tower of this, tower. We have the tower of peace in Pandav Bhavan, the place where Baba's body was cremated. So Baba used to say this in the murlis. And wherever he would go, he would be giving drishti. And then with the drishti, how everyone would get so much experience. But hardly anybody said anything extra to Baba. Nothing extra. Because even if somebody did, Baba would say, Baba knows. Baba knows. That is, he would not go for extra talk, extra things. Just be detached and very loving. That was Brahma Baba in the last days. And then you know how 18 January, Baba left the body. Well, that's another story, how Dadi Prakashmani, she did not live in Madhuban, she lived in Mumbai. But Dadi had come a few days before, and how Baba told her to stay back. She was supposed to leave on the 17th, but Baba told her to stay back. So she was there, and how at about 8:45 at night, after Baba spoke in the Murli, he came back to the room. He was sitting on his bed, and Dadiji went to the room, and Baba's eyes were shut and with legs, down. And he was just sitting totally detached, totally silent. And Dadi said, Baba, Baba, to draw his attention. But Baba did not respond. And Dadi got hold of Baba's hand. Baba, Baba. And Baba opened his eyes. And that was the last second. He opened his eyes, and drishti in drishti, with drishti, hand in hand, Dadi was in front, Dadi Prakashmani, and the soul left the body. And then, of course, for 3 days the body was made to lie in our state, in the history hall. And all came from many parts of the country to pay their last homage. But then in those 3 days also, Dadiji used to send Gulzar Dadi into trance. Ask Baba, what are we to do now? Every next step, what to take, Baba would give directions through Gulzar Dadi. She would go. Even Santri Dadi, both were there. And of course, the body was cremated on 21st of January. And through the trance message also, the message came that Bab Dada will tell everything after the cremation of the body. But still some questions were asked. Baba, what was your last stage when you left your body? And Baba said, because first question was, Baba, why did you leave us? Why didn't you tell beforehand? Why didn't you even give us some hint that you would be leaving, taking leave? And Baba said, if I would give you a hint that I will take leave, would you give me leave? How can we give leave? Then the second question was that, now Baba, what next? Baba would say, Baba hasn't gone. Brahma Baba hasn't gone. He has just changed his costume and his room. He has changed his costume and his room. And Bab Dada will come to meet the children. So change costume means the physical body of Brahma Baba finished, but then in the angelic body of angelic Brahma, the body of light, and subtle regions, the next room from corporeal world to angelic world. So only change room and dress. In Hindi, their rhyming was kamra and kapda. Kapda means clothes and kamra means room. So just change kapda and kamra means room and clothes and dress. But Bab Dada will come to meet again. And then Dadi asked another question. Gulzar Dadi used to go often to the subtle regions, that Baba, what was your experience when the soul was leaving the body? And Baba said, there was a pull from 3 ends. Pull from 3 ends. One pull was from Shiv Baba. Shiv Baba was telling me, child, come to me. Come and be combined with me. Come and be combined with me. So Shiv Baba's pull. The second pull was from the angelic Brahma Baba in the subtle regions. Come and become me. Come and become me. And the third pull was the last karmic accounts with the body finishing. There was hardly any pain. It must have been a heart attack, a heart failure. But totally getting detached from the body, the soul was finishing all the karmic accounts with the body. And then Brahma Baba also invoked Dadi Ji so that Dadi could come and Baba hand over everything to her. And at that very moment, like telepathy, Dadi had a thought, let me go to Baba. Because why would she go to Baba's room? Baba was with Lachub and other sisters, no? And Dadi would not go every time at night to meet Baba. But that night was a little earlier. And therefore she went. She got a touching, let me go and meet Baba. And that was the scene. And how Baba handed over. Therefore Baba says, through drishti and hand, Baba willed all the powers to Dadiji. And that's how on 21st of January, we didn't know in what way Bap Dada would come, how he would come, what would happen. We didn't know anything. Anyway, Dadi sat on the gaddi to offer bhog to Baba after the cremation on 21st of January. And we were waiting, what will happen now? But Baba had already said, Bap Dada will come and meet the children. And when she went into trance on 21st of January, she didn't come. Otherwise, she would go into trance and then come back soon and give a message, what she saw in trance. But that evening, she went, but then her eyes were closed for a long time. And then gradually the eyes opened, gradually. And after the eyes opened, it took a few minutes for the eyes to open completely. And then the microphone was placed. But then Bap Dada started giving drishti. Nobody knew, what will happen. So Bap Dada started giving drishti. And then the microphone was placed, but then Bap Dada wasn't speaking, giving drishti. It was such a powerful atmosphere. And we could feel that, yes, Shiv Baba and Brahma Baba's perfect soul have entered in the body of Gulzar Dadi. And then when the voice came, it was such a soft voice, like a whisper. And then, of course, the microphone the volume had to be put in full volume, And this was like a distorted voice, because if I'm speaking very softly like a whisper, it will become like a distorted voice, no? So that's what we felt, because we had to put in full volume. It was very, very thin, like a whisper. And then Bap Dada said, this is the whisper which Bap Dada speaks in the subtle regions. So subtle regions, there's no sound, only lip movement. Just like you see in dreams, there's no sound, but still you can understand each other, no? How you understand without any sound? How do you understand dreams? You understand dreams, no sound, but still you understand what each one is saying, don't you? Have you felt that way? You must have experienced. So this is what Gulzar Dadi experiences in subtle regions. And then, of course, Baba spoke the Murli, and in that Murli, Avyakt Bap Dada gave all instructions of how Baba will work in the future. Baba gave instructions that now whatever Murlis you have heard for so many years, do you remember them? Of course, nobody remembers them. Then Baba said, now these Murlis will be revised. Sakar Murlis will be revised. Secondly, this was the first thing, from where will we get the Murlis? So these Murlis will be revised, Sakar Murlis. Second question was that what will happen now in Madhuban? Who will come? Because before they used to come for Baba. Now who will come? So, and for what will be the reason for coming? Then Baba said that now have bhattis in Madhuban. Bhattis and training programs for Kumaris, Kumars, couples, all that, have training programs. And Brahma Baba already had in mind that he would have training programs, because in Pandav Bhavan, the training section was meant for that, for having trainings. That's what Dadi Janki often says, that one day Baba and Dadi were walking in that place where the Tower of Peace is. That was like a courtyard. It was like a playing spot where Baba used to play cricket, badminton in that area. And Baba told Dadi Janki that, because Dadi said, Baba, my health is not good, I can't do any traveling much. So Baba said, Baba will keep you here and Baba will build this Indraprasth for you where Dadi's room is in Pandav Bhavan, and you have to give training to everyone. And this training center is being constructed so that you can give training to everyone. So Brahma Baba had this in mind already. And then Baba said in Avyakt Bapdada that now there'll be training programs and bhattis in Madhuban and children will come for that. And Bapdada will continue to come. And then, as you all know, how Baba would come and meet everyone individually. I don't know how many double foreigners who are sitting here have met Baba in the 80s. How many? Anybody? One is raising their hand. 2, 3. How much time Baba used to give to each one. First Baba would speak the Murlis. We are now listening to 83 Murlis. We are revising 82, then 83 Murlis. The Murli would be small, but then Baba would meet small groups. So in the meditation hall, and again speak to individuals. First give drishti, give a blessing, and then toli. So Baba used to say, these 3 things are your birthright. Drishti, and blessings. In Hindi we say boli. So drishti, boli, toli. Words or versions, blessing. So drishti, blessing and toli, everyone's birthright, and which you will get till the end. But then before, Baba used to give individually for so long, and I remember because we had to sit next to Baba. Because Baba would speak in Hindi, and then double foreigners would not know Hindi. No? So I used to translate. Meera Ben, myself, we used to sit whole night in Om Shanti Bhavan. In 83, Om Shanti Bhavan started. And then after that, whole night, up to 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, sometimes even 4 o'clock at night, we used to sit in individual meetings, individual blessing. And we used to give toli in Baba's hand, and Baba would give drishti, and then blessing, and then toli. And if it would be somebody who does not even know English, then 3rd language also. Baba would speak in Hindi, I would translate in English, and then the sister who would be sitting next, she would translate from English to French, or English to German, English to Spanish, because the other one wouldn't understand English also. So in this way, for each one, we can say at least 5 minutes, at least, sometimes even more for individuals. Whole night. And you can imagine how much Dadi's body was used. And the voice, a whisper, but then a whisper not soft, strong whisper. Can you imagine? A whisper, but strong whisper. Subtle regions away. And whole night, and all records were broken, I should say, in 1989, when Shiv Baba, Brahma Baba's perfect soul, in the body of Brahma Baba, sat or spoke for 16 hours at a stretch. 6:30 Dadi Gulzar came. This was in Om Shanti Bhavan. At that time, Gyan Sarovar was also not there. And Dadi Gulzar came at 6:30, and Baba spoke the Murli and then met individuals or groups or whatever until next day 10:30. Sitting in one place. No dinner. No going to the washroom also. I mean, nothing. While we had our dinner, some of them went to sleep also. In the morning Amrit had a bath, and then breakfast, everything. And till then Baba was serving until 10:30 in the morning. And that was the day when Sukhdam was inaugurated by Bap Dada. Baba got up from the seat and then walked in Om Shanti Bhavan to the veranda of Om Shanti Bhavan and gave drishti to Sukhdam building. And Baba gave blessings to Sukhdam, that how this Sukhdam will give happiness to all souls. So we see how Sukhdam, whoever stays there, everybody says in Madhuban, Sukhdam, Sukhdam, you want to stay there. Anyway, but then that was a record broken. So Dadi has given her body for seva for 48 years. You can imagine. And of course, the body has to grow old, fragile. After all, it is tamopradhan, matter. Everything is tamopradhan in this world. And now we can see how things are changing. So in 89, I remember Bap Dada said that now the method of meeting will change. Baba said this in 89. The method of meeting will change. Before, Baba used to speak the Murli, then speak to each country, speak to individuals, speak to small groups. That's why it took so long. So after that, Baba started speaking the Murli, and then whole country there itself, or maybe one country would come, and then the next country, or one zone, next zone, or Americas, or regions, something. It would be like that. Gradually, even that changed. And everything would be in the Murli. Everything in the Murli itself. Then gradually even that changed. Everything kept changing because children grew. No? So many children from Bharat, from foreign countries, they would come to Madhuban to meet Bap Dada. Before it used to be every alternate day, every third day Baba used to come. Even next day also, second day also Baba would come. If there would be some special souls to meet Bap Dada, Baba would come. So it was like that. Then how gradually it changed. And then even till few years ago, Baba, gave so much service, but then after that we saw how the body is now, Gulzar Dadi is 91 years old. 91 years old. She came to Baba at the age of 9 in 1936. So now it's 2017. That is 91 years old. And you can imagine at this age of 91, how fragile the body can become. But how Bap Dada is keeping both the dadis, Gulzar Dadi and Janki Dadi, in the body. For us, if I say that, it's not an exaggeration. It is for us. Once Baba told Dadi also that you have to be a pilot and take everyone back home, And Dadi Gulzar is also there with us. But the body is now so fragile, and we saw it for the past 2 years, that how when Bap Dada comes, we don't even come to know. We don't come to know. Before, she used to go into trance, there used to be a jerk in her body, and her eyes would shut and she would go into trance. And then when Bap Dada would come, it would be very, very slowly, very gradually opening the eyes. But later on we saw in these 2 years that jerk was no more, and then gradually opening the eyes was no more. And how we could see Dadi also, Bap Saman. Every moment we would speak to her, she would be like detached. We hardly spoke anything much to her. Before, she was the zone in charge of Delhi. All the problems would come to her. The teachers would come to her with their problems or whatever. But gradually everything changed. And for the past 2 years, we couldn't make out the difference. Whether Gulzar Dadi is here or Bap Dada is here. You could feel it. Because the body was becoming fragile, so to give a jerk and also to speak in that subtle region voice, it takes a lot of strain. And therefore Baba stopped all that, and it would be just like Gulzar Dadi's normal voice. Many people were wondering, why Gulzar Dadi's normal voice? Why not Bap Dada's voice? Because Baba did not want to strain Gulzar Dadi much. And therefore, not even the jerk, not even that gradual eyes opening, but Dadi would be sitting and we wouldn't even come to that Baba has come or not come. But then of course Baba would give drishti and then we would know that Bap Dada has come. Huh? You must have noticed that. And then how everything gradually changed. Before some would go on the stage, but then afterwards even that was stopped. Everything was stopped. Everything was stopped. But then how Dadi Gulzar's health really became quite bad. It was in March this year. In March this year, we all met Bap Dada, and then there was the annual celebration of 80 years in Shantivan. At that time, so many big VIPs came, and all met Dadi Gulzar, all met, and took blessings and drishti from Dadi Gulzar. But then must have been like over-exhaustion, and she got very bad infection, by meeting people who came very close to her, and she got a very bad infection, throat infection, lung infection, and immediately she was in the middle of those 80 years celebration in March. Dadi was sent to Mumbai, and since then she was in Mumbai. Since then, so March until now November. So that is why in yesterday's Dadi Gulzar's Murli, you can say how Dadi said that we are meeting after a long time. So it was not Bap Dada speaking, it was Dadi Gulzar speaking. And it was a surprise how Dadi Gulzar could speak so much. Because usually when we used to meet Dadi, even when she was in Mumbai, so many would go and meet, she would hardly speak. Just drishti and maybe one word, 2 words. That's all. And the doctors were not willing to send Dadi to Abu. They said that if we send Dadi to Abu, then again she'll catch infection. And if she catches infection, then now it will be difficult to remove that infection. Because the antibiotics given naturally make the body so weak. So her body became very weak. And then doctors were not allowing, because also she's not able to eat much, There's some problem with the food pipe and the windpipe, Even if we would give her something to eat, again the cough. So Dadi's body has become very fragile. But Baba is keeping the soul in the body. And ultimately, day before yesterday, there was the doctor who said, okay, she can go with these conditions. That let her go, but not meet many people, and not exert herself, then the doctors will allow. So with that promise, Niluben brought Dadi to Abu. The doctor gave permission at last, but we have to keep all the precautions. But then yesterday when Bhog was offered, Dadi sat, and then Bhog was offered, of course. But then it was Dadi speaking with Baba's backing. I hope you understood what Dadi spoke. Did you understand? I have the English version. If you want, you can actually go to the global office and read also. But then I would like to read. Do you want me to read? Yeah. So it has gone to all the centers by email and WhatsApp. It's gone everywhere. Some of you may have read in your WhatsApp or your emails, but still, you will understand better. It is Dadi Gulzar speaking, but with Bap Dada's backing. And so much she spoke, Niluben did not expect, because that is why the brother came to put the mic, and Nilu said no, because Dadi doesn't speak. But she held the mic in her hand, and she was also surprised that how so much Dadi is speaking. But it was not really only Dadi. With Baba's backing, Dadi was speaking. So Baba gave Dadi that strength to speak. Not a single cough, nothing, and everything went so smoothly. So I will just read, but it is Dadi Gulzar. It is not Bap Dada. So today is the second turn of beloved Bap Dada's day of incarnation. Beloved Bap Dada's chariot, Dadi Gulzar ji, came back to Shantivan from Mumbai yesterday, means 9th. Today on 10th, beloved Bap Dada's elevated versions will be related to the video from 6:30 p.m. So Murli, all of you heard, that Murli was of 31st October 2007. So just 10 years ago, and that so much difference we could feel from the Murli on the screen and Bap and Dadi herself on the stage. So today, these elevated versions are being sent to you. This time it is a turn of Karnataka and Indore to serve the groups. After hearing the Avyakt elevated versions, our Dadi Gulzar ji offered bhog to beloved Bap Dada, and then celebrating a meeting with the eyes and waving her hand, and then spoke the sweet elevated versions for everyone. Dadi Gulzar spoke. Now what Dadi said, because even I couldn't understand, I was translating, but I was not sure, what's happening, but then I just translate literally whatever was being spoken. But after reading this, now it has become so clear. So today is such a lovely day that it is reminding us of our sweet Baba. It's got Dadi Gulzar saying. Otherwise, Bap Dada would come and speak the Murli, but now Dadi Gulzar is saying, today is such a lovely day that it is reminding us of our sweet Baba. It is a day for different things. Yesterday was a day for different things. What different things? A day for celebrating a meeting. Of course, Bap Dada came in between. Baba gave drishti. Baba gave fruit to Nirvair Bai, Brijmon Bai, to Dadi Ratan Mohini, to Dadi Janki fruit. Because Neeluben said, no toli, no toli, just fruit. Because the bhog plate was not even opened, you notice that. So today is such a lovely day that it is reminding us of our sweet Baba. It is a day for different things. A day for celebrating a meeting, a day for listening to the elevated versions. All of these are to remind you, because after such a long time, it is possible that you forgot, because she went in March and came back in November. So all these months she was away in Mumbai, and we did not meet Bap Dada for that long. So a day for celebrating a meeting, a day for listening to the elevated versions. All of these are to remind you, because after such a long time, it is possible that you forget, but you have it in your intellect and in your awareness that you have received these blessings. 10 years ago, Baba spoke that Murli, which we heard and yesterday, so that it was like a revival of what we had heard but forgotten. So Baba reviving everything, making us become aware of our blessings. Baba said in that Murli, who are you? Baba gave so much self-respect. You are the worthy of worship souls. You are the ancestor souls. You have that self-respect. All the whole Murli was on like self-respect. So Baba is saying, Adiji is saying, it is possible that you forget, but you have it in your intellect and in your awareness that you have received these blessings. These blessings are very useful at the right time, at the time of need. There are times when you consider yourself to be alone. Whenever you consider yourself to be alone and you cannot see any physical or corporeal companion in front of you, but this time we have been through. Now the Dadi is with us, Baba is with us, the whole gathering is with us, the seniors are with us. But this time we have been through that with the power of the gathering. How have we come together? So this power of gathering is helping. The gathering is moving us along with a lot of love. Baba used the Hindi word sangathan. So this is the gathering, how Brahmins meet together. This is the only way when Brahmins can meet together. The gathering is moving us along with a lot of love. We can move alone, but the help of the gathering is essential. There's myself and Baba, that's all, no one else. But this gathering is also very important. When it comes to a gathering, everyone's face changes. We become so happy meeting each other, no? Otherwise, in our centers, in our homes, we're all alone by ourselves, nobody with us. But here, when we come to Madhuban, the whole world joins in, and we come in a beautiful gathering. In fact, I remember everyone, and everyone remembers me, Dadi is saying. And we have been remembering Dadi. When is Dadi coming? When is Dadi coming? And Dadi also was remembering us. Yes, I have to meet everyone. We are not moving alone. We are moving as a gathering. The gathering has made us belong to Bap Dada, and is making us move together. The power of the gathering is showing us how the gathering is so lovely. As you move along, the gathering gives you so much benefit. Even when you go back, you remember this Harmony Hall, you remember Diamond Hall, you remember Pandav Bhavan, you remember Madhuban, and immediately you'll get that enthusiasm, that zeal, that encouragement, and that strength, because you remember the gathering. So that is saying, as you move along, the gathering gives you so much benefit. So taking benefit of the gathering, we are collectively using the gathering in different ways. We are remembering it. Whenever something happens anywhere, whether you are alone or in a gathering, in any way, then the time spent together in a gathering is so lovely. Now these versions can't be of Bap Dada. They are Dadi Gulzar's version. She's talking about the importance of the gathering, seeing so many together. Although Bap Dada didn't come, but then we are together in the gathering. So then the time spent together in a gathering is so lovely, and there's so much love between one another. This is why it is good that we are meeting one another on this day. And the basis of our meeting is, of course, our beloved Baba. Why are we all here? The basis of all that is Baba. Baba also meets the children with his heart. Now this Baba must have said. Baba also meets the children with his heart. Externally, there are also our physical bodies, and so we meet physically too. So it feels like we are one family. We meet one another, we meet other companions, and the main thing is we meet our seniors. In Madhuban, whom you meet? The seniors. This is also a very good form of a meeting, of a mela. Then she said, Acha, and then she said, everyone remembers Baba and our sweet Mama. So Dadi remembered Baba and Mama. They are our main support, our companions. That company is very good. We all have love in our hearts. Externally too, the form visible is that of a meeting, a mela. So this is what Dadi Gulzar said, Acha Om Shanti. So Om Shanti, when she said, it means Dadi Gulzar. So this was yesterday's meeting. But then Baba made us feel that we are all one. We are all one family. We are all together. We all take that strength from Madhuban. We all take that strength from our seniors. Of course, from Baba we do, but also this gathering is important. And this is what we all experienced yesterday. And now we have to wait and watch, because Dadi's health is getting better. It is getting better, but it is definitely very fragile. And many had questions. I don't know if you have any questions. If you have any questions, you can ask. Anyone wants to ask anything?
When Brahma Baba went out of Babu...
You come closer, please.
Are you okay? When Brahma Baba went out of Abu, did Shiv Baba came into his body?
Yes, very good question. When Brahma Baba would go out of Abu, Shiv Baba would definitely come. Why not? We used to experience this in Mumbai also. And Baba would say, yes, but Bap Dada, Brahma Baba would not go out much. You know, in many Sakar Murlis we have heard Baba was saying that this one cannot move out much. Why? Because Shiv Baba is in this body. So Brahma Baba has to be very careful, very like sort of, not move out in public, not give lectures in public, not give lectures to outsiders. Baba speaks only to his children. Only those who understand Baba, Baba speaks to them. But he used to, when he used to go to Bombay, Delhi, Baba used to come, so Shiv Baba would come in the body of Brahma. Also, those Murlis have been recorded. Yes. Anybody else?
Does each one of us have a subtle body in the subtle region?
Yes, of course. Each one of us has a subtle body. That is what the trance messengers say when they go into trance and they come and relate the experience. They say that how Baba invoked everyone, all the Brahmins, all the whole gathering, and the whole gathering appeared in front of Bap Dada, and Baba gave drishti to everyone. So each of us has a subtle body, definitely. Because we are also going to attain perfection, aren't we? It's not just Brahma Baba. Brahma Baba attained first because his efforts were very fast efforts. But Baba is now waiting for us in the subtle region so that we become perfect and can return home together.
Bap Dada came, he said, but did he came all the time, or was he going in and out of the body? Yesterday, yes.
Yeah, must be in and out, not all the time. Because now even the body cannot accept that maybe that power. So Baba had to minimize, himself. And then Dadi was there, because the body is too fragile to even accept that much. And therefore, everything had changed gradually. First the jerk finished. Secondly, that giving so much drishti, and then that finished. Opening eyes gradually finished. Everything finished, and then the change also finished, voice finished. It's all because of body of Dadi Gulzar is very fragile. And also maybe now Dadi spoke, so Baba came, gave drishti, again maybe again became Avyakt. And then Dadi was there, so Dadi was very much aware. Before, all these years, Bap Dada would just send Dadi to sleep, and use her body all the time. But then Baba's coming and speaking and using the body would take a lot of energy, definitely. But then she would never feel at that time, never feel. She would feel very fresh even after 16 hours when Bap Dada would be in her body, and after Bap Dada would go, Dadi would be so fresh. And we wondered how Dadi is so fresh. And Dadi would say, Baba sent me to sleep. I was like sleeping, I didn't know anything. There are very interesting things, Once Dadi had such a bad cough, and we told Dadi that Dadi, tell Baba to speak a small murli, a short murli, because Dadi has a bad throat. And that day Baba spoke the longest murli. And there was no cough at all. It was like that. And then she said, no, I'm not going to tell anything to Baba. It's up to him, whatever he wants to do. How can I tell Baba to speak a small murli or a big murli? I am not there at that moment. One day Dadi had fever, but still Bap Dada had to come. Her body was, she had fever, so she was under medication too. And but Bap Dada had to come, and her throat was very bad. And Bap Dada said that on that day, Baba spoke a very small murli, and Bap Dada said, the instrument, the musical instrument of the body is unwell. So Baba will speak a small murli. So Baba took care of the chariot, of course. So he spoke a small murli. Baba did not speak a long murli because Dadi had fever on that day. But still Bap Dada came. Yes?
Om Shanti, Shiluben. I want to know how long, Baba is going to do like this. Because Baba will not speak to Murli like before.
We never know. We never know.
And
We never know. How can we know now?
that's
Now
why I
the
was
next
thinking.
turn will be on 10th of December, no? So we have to watch.
But who is selected the Murli, the appropriate Murli, the time should be, this Murli should be spoken on today, like yesterday's Murli was appropriate. Is it that the
The
time
murli which was relayed.
related to the situation that
Just
Baba
come
spoke?
closer. Come closer. Come closer and speak.
I was just thinking, the Murli has been spoken yesterday. Is it that the...
Which Murli?
2007
Oh,
Murli.
2007.
30th.
That, Raju Bhai decides. Why? Because he knows which group is there. So at that time, which year, Karnataka was there, Indore was there. So it's decided by Raju Bhai. But each Murli is wonderful anyway.
Yeah, I know, they are very nice, son.
Yeah.
Just was thinking that, the next one will be exactly the
Who
same.
knows? So why think of that now? Whatever happens, we'll come to know.
Yeah.
We have to just remember Baba. That's what is more important, no?
Yeah, thank you.
And wait for whatever happens. Be ready for everything. That's what Baba said in yesterday's revised Murli too. That two things Baba mentioned. That how we should sit on the seat of a detached observer and watch the play. No questions, no surprises, no fear, no doubt, no stress, nothing. So no questions. Just be a detached observer and watch the play. And also Baba said, sit on the seat of the knower of three aspects of time. Why? Because whatever is happening in the drama is very accurate. Very accurate. It had happened in the same way in the last Kalpa. Remember this. And secondly, we are the knowers of the three aspects of time. We know everything is happening accurately and nothing is new and everything is beneficial. Remember these three things. In the drama, nothing new, but everything beneficial and everything accurate. And therefore no questions, no surprises, be a detached observer, absorb everything, whatever Baba gives, and make the efforts. That is what is necessary. Okay? Yes? Anybody else? Because there's definitely great benefit in this, great benefit. We have heard so many murlis for the past 48 years, you can say. And all these murlis are so wonderful.
Shiluban, has there always been a subtle region?
No, Baba creates the subtle region only when he descends in the physical world, at the confluence age. There's no need for subtle regions in golden age, silver age, copper age, iron age. No need. Only now. That is why Shiv Baba created the subtle regions and came in the body of Brahma and gave him the vision of Vishnu. That you are going to become this. And give him the vision of destruction. So Shankar, so Brahma, Vishnu, Shankar created at the confluence age the vision of that. The world of subtle regions is the world of visions created now.
So will there always be a subtle region from now on?
No, only till confluence age. Only for this confluence age. Because after that, no need, no? There's no need. Two worlds, of course, the soul world and the physical world. That, of course. Yeah. Because this subtle world is a world for visions. It is helping in creation of golden age. But once it's established, there's no need for subtle regions. Nobody will go into trance there. Nobody will do bhakti there. In Copper Age, Iron Age, they get visions, but then that's not through subtle regions. That is the power of God to give visions to somebody. But subtle region, going and taking messages, bringing messages, Avyakt Bap Dada, all that is only now at the confluence age. Okay? Yes? Anybody else?
Om Shanti Shilaben. It seems that the speaking part of Bap Dada is coming to an end. Do you feel that the coming of Krishna is coming soon?
Yes, of course. But that doesn't mean that, somebody was telling me the other day, I think Krishna is born already. I said, no, it's not possible, not so soon. Krishna will be born only when the establishment is complete. It's not complete yet.
Okay, and can you give some indication as to what will happen?
Baba says, don't become time conscious, just become soul conscious and God conscious.
I'm just curious as
because
to...
everything will happen suddenly. Baba says that also.
Yes.
Yesterday I was reading in a WhatsApp, somebody sent a WhatsApp in which it was written that the world will be destroyed on 31st of December 2017. Somebody sent a message, 2017, 31st December, the world will be destroyed through earthquakes and floods and all that. Now, people predict in different ways, but then Baba says, Baba does not give anything. He says everything will happen suddenly.
Okay,
so we have to be prepared. That is more important than thinking of other things.
Okay, I have a second question as to... it's quite a long period between Krishna coming and then becoming Narayan. Can you give...
Doesn't matter, that Baba knows. He knows his ways. We don't have to worry about that. Many people question about Golden Age. Baba said, when you go there, you see for yourself.
Okay.
Yeah, but just prepare yourself. That is more important. Because things will be all of a sudden, and for that you have to be ever ready. And to be ever ready, you need a long time practice. That is most important. Things will happen suddenly, and for that you have to be ever ready. And in order to be ever ready, you have to have practice for a long period of time in order to be ever ready. Because things are going to happen suddenly. So don't wait for time. Don't wait. Oh, time will come. When will time come? You just do it. When we are ready, they are ready already, but we are not ready yet. No? Those who are to do destruction are ready. So much is happening in the world. Everyone is so afraid. But we children have to be ready first. So everything is happening in incognito way here. Yes?
Is it possible that anybody else could take place of Gulzar Dadi?
What? Anybody takes the place of Gulzar Dadi? No. Not yet. We cannot even think of that. Because some people say, no, Baba should change his chariot. Baba says, no. It's for Baba to decide. Who are we to decide whether Baba should change his chariot or not? Maybe this is fixed in the drama that in this way, how we will become more ready. We'll become more ready. And this way it's helping us to become karmati too. It's encouraging us that time is very short, we cannot go on like this forever. I was saying the other day in Pandava Bhavan class that many brothers and sisters came in Gyan, much before Baba left the body. But they were in their centers, in their places. And they would say that, well, we'll go to Madhuban to meet Bap Dada, Baba will go. And then all of a sudden we got the news that Baba has left the body. So whatever will happen all of a sudden. But we have to be ready. So don't think of anything else. And if this part stops, maybe that's the end. You never know. You never know. So just wait and watch, be a detached observer, but make your own efforts. Don't forget that. Okay?
One more question here on paper. Can you say what Dadi Gulzar said at the end of the meeting when Niluben was closing her mouth?
Not closing her mouth, because the body is so weak that the face was coming down all the time. Old people, the face comes down. So she was raising her head. She was raising her head. That is what she was doing. So that she could, Baba could give drishti or Dadi could meet everyone. She was not closing her mouth.
And did she say anything at that moment? That's what they're asking?
No, maybe at the beginning, she told that Dadi, they're all wanting to meet you, so you wave them or something. So then she waved, because even the hand is so weak, so she had to hold her hand so that, Dadi could wave. Even to Dadi Janki, she's 102 years old. So many times I see how Hansaben raising Dadi's head, because all the time it goes down, Old age, very, very weak. Physical body is weak. All the cells are deteriorated physical bodies, but the souls are very strong, you can imagine.
Om Shanti. After yesterday's meeting, Dadi Gulzar and Bap Dada came together, and the focus was on the gathering. So should I feel that, after this meeting, does it not mean that we should focus more on the gathering?
Yes, very important. Because now somebody may say, somebody may think like when Brahma Baba left the body, people had the thought, who will come to Madhuban now? Who will come to Madhuban now? But then how Baba said, no, you will come to Madhuban, there will be training programs, there will be bhattis, there will be this, and something more interesting. Okay.
Yes, but one more. And also regard for the seniors also, I feel, because, earlier we concentrated on Bap Dada, but now because Baba has given basically special something for the seniors.
Definitely. And I want to add, when the yajna came to Mount Abu from Karachi, at that time, Baba did not keep any of these dadis in Madhuban. Baba would say, go to the centers, go and open centers. So all the dadis went and opened centers everywhere. And then when Baba became Avyakt, all the dadis were brought back to Madhuban. All the dadis were brought back to Madhuban. And Baba said, now you have to stay here. So many of these dadis were all in Madhuban. Before that, Baba never made sisters stay in Madhuban. Baba would say, sisters have a place only in the centers. That's why Baba called it Pandav Bhavan. Pandav Bhavan means brother's home. Only for brothers, only those who were skilled brothers who could help in the kitchen, in carpentry section, in electricity or cooking. We need strong physical hands. So brothers were kept in Madhuban. And for sisters, Baba would say, you have to go to centers. That is why the name Pandav Bhavan. Baba did not allow any sisters to live in Madhuban. Many would tell Baba, Baba, we want to live in Madhuban. Baba would say, no, your place is in the centers. But then how, after Baba became Avyakt, service started in Mount Abu, in Madhuban. Before that, only Baba was the highlight of everything. Just Baba, meeting Baba, coming to Baba. And now it's again a repetition. If Bap Dada doesn't come, or if Dadi is also coming, or Bap Dada comes to give drishti, will the children come to Madhuban? They will come. That is why the importance of the gathering. Importance of the gathering, which you can get only in Madhuban. You can't get anywhere in the whole world. Okay? That is why the importance of the gathering was mentioned by Dadi. In all the seniors, Dadi mentioned, the seniors, you meet each other, and when anything happens, anything, you remember this gathering. That is what Dadi emphasized on. Okay? Yes? Om Shanti.